my friends of the mystery of, well, that's the developer box, don't you know? They put that outside the map so they can code in any gun and edit any stat. So everything that I just said there was completely false. I'm just kind of fabricating something right now, but I'm waiting for Borderlands 4. I'm really bored. This is something that I did to mess with my old friends. There's this huge open area where you can just really explore, and I used to fuck with my friends a bunch, and that's just what this video is. So if you want to see that, keep watching. I've only been walking for 5 minutes, but it feels like forever. Like, it's like when you're doing an actual hike and you're like, man, look at that tree. But it was like, man, look at that windmill. Now we're finally at that windmill. Do you want to see what's in that windmill? You think we walked through that windmill? What if we never got to that windmill? See, that's what I told my friends. Maybe we just kept making new objectives. What if you weren't allowed to touch that windmill? What if I was like, hey man, you gotta throw that turret down, and then there's a fall through point right here, but only soldier can do this. So if you have that turret there, you're gonna run and jump, and then you gotta make sure you bounce on the turret. Okay, and then don't move. You gotta wait for the turret to despawn now, because you're on the turret's shield layer, and the shield layer is what's holding you on the rest of the surface. Okay, and then I'm standing on the other side. I'm telling this one, okay, now, okay, it's despawned. Okay, you're gonna turn around. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump right there. Okay, you said no. Okay, don't jump there. You gotta make sure you jump right there. Okay, go ahead and make the jump. Oh my god, you probably just caught the very edge of it. Okay, you're safe now. Now throw me the turret when it recharges. And then we just do things like that. I just waste his time. And they don't test it. We've already been walking for 5 minutes. You think they're gonna lie to me? And it's always, even if they like failed it just profusely, I'd be like, oh man, you just must have caught the edge of it. You just lined it up perfectly. There was always an excuse. And they never got to the windmill. I think I've wasted just hours and hours of my friend's time. And I mean, you can only keep the illusion up for so long, right? Like, I think like 3 hours is the maximum amount of time you can lie to somebody. Like, I could tell stories, but really, like, how long could you keep someone telling them what you could tell them, right? You know, I was talking about that shotgun, right? Like, this isn't the shotgun, but if it was the shotgun, we would be talking about it. So it was an invisible shotgun. You couldn't see, there was no reload animation, no anything. It just had one bullet. You'd see your person, you'd shoot, and then anything would die. You'd just win duels, super cool. I had that shotgun. And I told people that if you got to the modding box, if you made the jump and hit the modding box with this shotgun, it's the elephant gun. Yep, the elephant gun reward in the Dahl Headlands, because it has to be in that area. If you have the elephant gun and then you jump down there, and as soon as you hit the box, you hit the square, it's going to turn your gun into that invincible one-shot kill shotgun, because it's a developer box. And they believed me, but nobody could ever make the jump. And I made the jump a couple times, and I had duped the shotgun, so I could always have multiple copies. And so I just keep acting like I was making more, and they just never made it to the box. And so I made the mystery that if you got to this windmill, you could remod the gun. You wouldn't have to do it, but there was just these long series of steps. And I mean, like, they just believed me. They really wanted to see what was inside the windmill, and they kept telling me, like, okay, really there can't be more steps. And I was like, no man, I worked this out. I'm like, I've been doing this for 12 hours. Like, I played every character. I know what you need to do to get there. Like, so are you gonna listen to me, or are we gonna make it there? And I make them just zigzag all around, you know, going through the rocks, because like they just really wanted to see what was inside that windmill. And I mean, you really can't tell people, you can't get that close to the windmill, right? Like, eventually they'd get there, and then you'd have to show them what's inside the windmill. And so, I mean, I'd really build up to it, right? I'd be like, okay, make sure you have your guns right. I'd be like, okay, we're gonna get the grenade, and then we're gonna go inside it, but wait, don't go in yet. And then they'd run forward, and I'd be like, ooh, and then we talk about it more, and then I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go in first, okay? I'm gonna go in first. And then I'd go in first, right? But I wouldn't show them what was inside it yet. Then, I'd go in first, and then I'd have them come in, and then we'd see what was inside. And it's nothing. It's nothing inside it. But that's the real mystery, right? Is what could have been inside the windmill, right? Could it have been another box? Could it have been another box? But maybe I just got it wrong. I think it's that windmill. Let's go. We're gonna go see if it's that windmill, okay, right? And then maybe I'd tell another story, because as Marcus says, you want to know our story, eh? And this is the story, right? Pandora's big moon. I don't know the name of the moon. I don't remember, because Borderlands isn't about the story. It's about shooting things, killing things, and getting guns, making number go up. That's what Borderlands is. And that's why I love Borderlands. But also, Borderlands is this. I'm just telling all the stories. Borderlands is this. We're still walking around. Like, That's just what makes your mind wander. It's like, what could have been out here? What could there have been, like, big car combats? Could there have been, like, a city out here? But this is Pandora, right? And we'd get to the windmill, and maybe I'd waste another, like, 30 minutes. Like, I could just sit here and, like, I would talk to him. I'd be like, wait. Okay, look at this red flower right here, right? Okay. Beautiful, isn't it? That it's life. It's proof that life can survive anywhere. The developers put this here for a reason, right? Like, you know that bush? No, bushes are lame. This is red. The color pops. This is what we want to show them, right? This is what we show the people, that life can survive anywhere. Life goes on, even on this arid wasteland of Pandora. We could find the vault. Oh my God, there's another flower over there. We could find the vault. See, there's 2 flowers here, and that's a reason, because if I was showing one friend this, there'd be 2 of us. And I'd be like, okay, we got to get to the flowers, right? So you're going to stand on that flower. I'm going to stand on this flower, okay? We're going to look at the windmill, okay? And you're there, I'm there. Look at me, we're going to count it down. And if we don't count it down right, it's not going to be there. And if we don't get it, we're going to have to do it all over again, okay? Okay, look at me. We're synced in. You looking at me? Don't look at that. Don't look at the mountain. Look at me. Look at the flower. Okay, you have your elephant gun out, right? Okay, here we go. Okay, equipped. You have it equipped? Okay. Okay, it's equipped. Okay. We're going to press square on 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. We're going to hit it. And as we hit it, we're going to go in there, okay? Okay. We've been doing this for 2 hours. And we got to do it all over again if you fuck this up. Okay. 3, 2, 1, 0. And then we're gonna run it while I'm saying that, okay? Ready? We're going to go right now. 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, did you hit it? Oh my God. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Oh my God. Did you not hit square? And they'd start screaming. They'd be screaming. I hit square. You're fucking with me. You're fucking with me. I hit square. Who did you test this with? I'd be like, my brother. I tested this with my brother. We timed it. It took us 12 tries. We'd be screaming. Screaming. There's nothing there. But what if it was? What if it was there? What if it was there, you know? So I'd make him run the whole thing again. And the only way that you could end your run after the entire thing is you get to jump in to the vast expanse, because those are just those blurry, blobby desert mountains. Oh my God, another flower. Okay, there is life like all out here, okay? Oh my God. Okay, if I fall off right now, I'm actually going to be really upset. Okay, I can't. I'm scared. Okay, well, we'll jump off there later. Because I think as soon as I step off that, I'm off. And, oh God, if only I could go there. And what's up with all that smoke, right? Like, that's what's wandering in my head. What's all that smoke over there? Is there a war? Is there a battle? Like, is that New Haven smoke signaling, asking for help? But, you know, maybe we'd run all the way out here next time, right? And maybe they'd mess up again. And they'd maybe mess up again. And I'd still waste another hour. Maybe I'd shorten it up, you know? I'd be like, I found a faster route. And so I'd shorten it by like 30 minutes. So then they'd be here by like 30 minutes because they wouldn't want to do all the steps again, right? I'd be like, I found a faster way. Be like, we got to get to that next windmill. And we'd start exploring, and we'd be walking past the rocks, and we'd be talking, we shooting the shit. Maybe I wouldn't mess with them this time. I wouldn't be like, you know, we're not gonna do any of the throw the turret bullshit, hop on it, you're on the thing. Maybe I'd have like a siren. I'd be like, you have to phase walk, but you have to phase walk in a specific line for 2 seconds exactly. And I just really stress him out. And then like a Bloodwing, I mean, there was nothing I could trick with him with that. I'd be like making him do grenade jumps and shit. I don't know. I'd just really fuck with him. And that was just the funnest thing in the world. My friends would just always, whoa, that just looks like, oh man, that's just like totally looks like I have a big fake plastic wall in front of me. I don't know. Is that just me? Is that like this looks like a movie drop background. I mean, obviously it is a backdrop because it's the video game, but like that shadow line right there makes it look like they have like a cowboy running across the set for like a Hollywood movie. And you know, see, this is what I talk about. This is what I'm talking about. That's the thing. Like, you can just find things like that every time when you're journeying out here with whoever you were journeying out here with. And I don't remember what I was talking about, but that's the point of the journey, is that it's not about what you're talking about. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. And it's about the people that you're talking with while you're having a fun time. And eventually all journeys must come to an end. But so we'd finally get to the windmill. There's 3 windmills. I don't think we went to that windmill. But there's 3 other windmills. Maybe I'd make him go to that windmill next. I'd be like, we can only go to that one after going to this one. But we'd find, oh my God, whoa, we can see the fire. It's actually a big, oh, maybe not as much as I thought we could. Worst scope ever, Halsigan. That's a little bit better. I think it's just literally a ball of fire. We'll try to run and see how close we can get to it later. But we finally get to the windmill. And they just spent so many hours. They had to believe it was real. That it was really here. That they could... All this time wasn't a waste. Because I had the modded gun. So obviously, he must be on to something. And sadly, they'd realize as they walked into it, there was nothing there. But is it really about the modding box? Is it about having a gun that could one-hit kill everything in the entire game? I mean, would anybody want that? No, you wouldn't want that. You'd want your friends. You'd want the journey. As you ran off into the sunset, running to that next fire, see what's on the horizon, and if there's loot, bounty, people to save. Just a day in the life of a vault hunter, exploring the wasteland of Pandora. As I just keep falling here. The box! That was gonna be the closeout, the box! Wait. Maybe we'll make another video. We can find the box, people. Subscribe for more Ankle.